Greg Hrutkay of Hrutkay Mods, and welcome to episode 14 of season 4 of my PowerPC series. Today's episode is part 5 of the air-cooled 2.7 G5. In front of me we've got 2 more CPUs, which are very, very toasted from what I can tell. And honestly, I don't even know if that system over there we've been working on, it's just the same night as episode 13. I don't even know if that system works now at this point. We may have to experiment with other boards. Luckily, I still have another one. But yeah, we're going to take these extra 2.7s I have off of this cooler here and try to save them. I have this weird feeling it's probably not going to happen, but it should make some interesting material. And at this point, I might as well just buy another 2.7 tower, my third one, and try this again in the future. But let's just try to get this going. So let's go. Welcome to Shaky Cam mode. I've gotten to the point tonight where I am so sick and tired of filming that I really just don't care anymore. So I just took all the screws out of the one CPU that doesn't seem super damaged. And we're just going to lift up and see. I already see a lot. Ooh, that's not a good sign. Oh, yeah, this one might be worse. Yeah, it's already eaten the chips off of it. Look, capacitors. Okay, next. Let's see if this one survived. Well, I don't see any capacitors. Ha! Well, they still look like they might all be connected. Let's go with it. Okay, so it's vinegar time. This is either going to work really well or not at all, and I'm going with the latter. But let's see if I end up buying a new tower again. Holy. Guess we'll just let it soak in there. Honestly, unless the bubbling area right there is eaten through, this might be a good card. I honestly wouldn't believe it if I didn't see it myself. This actually might still be a good card. It's still, believe it or not, bubbling in that one area, but it looks like it's still attached. So I'm going to let it soak for a few more minutes, and then we're going to try to rinse it off and clean it up. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is the same card. And that area that was sizzling was right there. It's still attached, and it's actually pretty solid. Some of the trace is gone, but I think it's still got enough there for it to work. This card, shockingly, looks fine. The only thing we can do, though, is to stick it in and see what happens. So let's get to that. I am so tired by this point that if this doesn't work, I may just take a sledgehammer to it. That's that destroyed CPU in the top slot. If this thing bongs, that CPU is good. Here goes nothing. Oh. Oh my God! Please, 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 please. Please, 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 please. Number of CPUs, 2. Let's calibrate it. All right, we have it back together to the point where if it calibrates, it's perfect. And then we won't have to worry about it again. We can unhook the cooler and it will all just work. So it's booting into it. Hopefully the CPU is good. Thermal calibration, initiate. CPU slot number verify filled. Blah, 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 blah. All of it filled. That's perfect. That means it recognized both of them this time. Let's calibrate. We'll come back. CPU 0 calibration passed. CPU 1 calibration passed. I love you. Oh, you guys don't understand. It's been 2 years, 2 different towers, and 6 CPU cards to get 2 working ones. And one of them came off looking like this in the beginning. It passed! Okay. Quit. Let's shut it down. Thank you. Well, you can take that back. Okay, we'll shut it down. Lift this up. We don't need this anymore. This will hopefully never ever have to be calibrated again. I'll keep it off to the side. If I ever need it, I'll have it. But for right now, let's get this off. Pull the fan out here. Unplug it. And set that off to the side. Plug the fan back in. Maybe. Yeah, it's flush. This goes here. Okay. Here's the first boot up. Let's see how quiet it is. It's a little loud, but that's given. Oh. Ooh. It's pretty quiet. Fans did ramp up a little bit, but okay. It's as loud as it gets under idle, which isn't bad. What we're going to do is I'm going to boot this into the regular Leopard install, which has all my crap on it, so we can look at the temperature and look at it and see if it's actually running the way it says it is. And then we'll wrap up the video. And what I'm going to do is use this for the PowerPC challenge, and then we'll do a follow-up and show you what I did with it. I'm also going to have to set up Sorbet Leopard on it, which I've never used before, so that's going to be a different experience. But let's get this thing restarted, get it into the regular Leopard, and we'll look at it real quick. Let's go. Okay, so we're running my regular Leopard setup, which I think this one's based off of my install that is on my mid-2003 Dual 2.0. And as we can see, it's running. And the hottest temperature I saw was about 70 degrees on the CPUs. Every time it gets a load, it shoots up to about 70 to 65 on the cores, which is reasonable. And the second it goes down, everything cools back down, which isn't bad. It's currently doing some processing in the background, but it's not like the first time we set this up and one of the CPUs was trying to die and it kept shooting up to 80. 70 is okay. And the fans go up and down. I'm used to that because the mid-2003 does that all the time. But hey, this is working. And it's actually staying reasonably cool. And it's, I don't know how to describe just how amazed I am this is actually working. Here are the specs. It's a 7,3. There's the X800 XT. It's working fine. And, wow. I can't believe I'm actually looking at this. It's actually working. And it's actually working properly. Oh. Well, it's 4 in the morning. I started filming at 10 p.m., 9:30 p.m., something like that. This video was supposed to take me maybe an hour to film, and it ended up being a two-parter. So I hope you guys enjoyed last week's, or whenever I might release these a few days apart. I hope you enjoyed the cliffhanger on episode 13. Episode 14 was worth the wait, I'm sure. I sure heck think it is. So now I'm going to boot this thing into Sorbet Leopard, restore this install over to Sorbet Leopard, and just use it and enjoy it. And yeah, I'm amazed. The temperatures are really, really good. This works great. And it's working, period. It actually passed. There's no funkiness. It's not freezing. It's not doing anything the last system did. The only thing that's annoying is the fans keep going up and down. But that's just life with an air-cooled G5. It's working fine. And I really want to do some benchmarks and stuff for it, but we'll save that for a future episode. We may save that for the end of the season. But I'm happy. I'm really, really, really happy. Because this has been a thorn in my side for 2 years, and it's actually working, and working properly. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm just amazed. I'm happy. I'm so happy you would not believe. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget, I do have a Patreon if you'd like to support me. There'll be a link at the end of the video and also in the description below. And yeah, here's my air-cooled dual 2.7 G5. Basically the second fastest G5 ever made. And you never, ever, ever, ever see these air-cooled, because if the liquid cooler doesn't kill the CPU itself will kill the CPU. So, yeah, as you can tell, it's hard to find 2.7s that work. We finally found a set. They run on two totally different temperatures. One of them's about 5 to 10 degrees hotter than the other. About 5 maybe, but still, it's not bad. And it's kind of a given because one of them is sitting above the other one. And they were designed for liquid cooling. Air-cooled, it's working. Look, it's idling right now at 50 degrees and 45 degrees. That's not bad. I'm happy. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and this has been a Hrutkay Mods video.